Boy, when we talk about this storm impacting the entire state, this is Lauderdale by the Sea. On the other side of the state, you see some of the waves out there, and it is such a big storm that you're going to feel the impact one way or another.
Absolutely. So the area we're talking about there is Broward County, and this is by earthcam.com. So you can see a couple of surfers as they run there along the beach. This is, of course, a prime time for them to get in the water. But yeah, you can see the conditions we're seeing there in Broward County on the East Coast versus what we're seeing here on the West Coast.
You know, Bobby, we see this every time we see a tropical storm or a hurricane around here. People out there surfing, fishing, that kind of thing. But you're a surfer. This is not recommended.
Yeah.
I know that's a tough
I'm conflicted when we say that, right?
I get it. We don't get waves in the Gulf all that often.
Right. Well, so right now the winds are actually kind of blowing offshore, and it's beautiful out there at Clearwater Beach for surfing. It's not necessarily dangerous. Surfers are a little bit different because you have rip currents when you get waves, right? It's very dangerous to swim. Surfers are floating. They're tied to a flotation device with their leash, and so it's a little bit of a different story. Things will go downhill, and even they will not want to be out in it. You're talking about how big that storm is. You can see the rain that's spreading all the way across, like Lauderdale by the Sea. You see this over here? That is Category 4 Hurricane Franklin. That's what they're surfing on over on the East Coast, right? They're getting waves from that. We're obviously getting waves from this, and they will increase, right? But what will happen overnight as this goes by to the north, winds on the backside will start blowing onshore, and that will really pick up the winds. But tomorrow morning, sunrise, when that comes out, we call it Victory at Sea. It's that old movie, right? Because it is not surfable. It's just too choppy, too windy. And so right now, if they're surfing, that's the best time to head out there. Here's the forecast track. This was the 5 o'clock update from the National Hurricane Center. 100-mile-per-hour winds, moving to the north at 16. Again, 115 overnight tonight, just west, say, of Weeki Wachee. But then it's around 120, 125, could go a little bit higher at landfall, which will be around 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning. And then after that, you can see it skirts out across Georgia. I mean, Georgia's got a Category 1 hurricane, right? It'll weaken as it's coming on shore, but it's going to put a lot of wind and a lot of rain up and down the southeast coast. So here's the rain now. You can see we're in a really big break right here in our neck of the woods, but there's plenty more rain down to the south. And these rain bands will be heavy. Clearly, the highest rain will be right here along the immediate coast because you need these bands to kind of spread out to get any rain. Looks like right there. You see we're seeing go through Orlando over towards the Cape Canaveral area. We'll get more of those to come through, but we'll have more steady rain right here along the coast. See the waves just go through, but you'll have more steady rain coming in off the center of this thing. So you can see now, watch the last couple frames here. Look at still some lightning out there in the eye wall. So it's strengthening. Good thunderstorms surrounding the eye right now. There's the wind. And this particular track is good for us, or at least better for us, because the highest winds are right here. And the movement is north, right? It's not northeast, which would take it into us. That's the good thing. This track will go to the north and then eventually curve a little bit to the east. And that's what we're watching, Citrus County, Crystal River, of course, up towards Levy County as well, too. But the highest winds are just now off the coast of Fort Myers, Sarasota, and they are pushing northward as we go through the evening hours. The storm will get stronger. The wind field will get a little bit bigger. And so as it drifts to the north, the winds actually spread out a little bit. And again, remember, it's curving just a little bit to the east. And so you can see the better chance for getting those tropical storm force winds is from Pinellas County and then working its way to the north. Now, this is a forecast model, right? So let's go through the time. I got the clock up here. Let's walk you through tonight, 8 p.m. Still a pretty good gap here in the rain. You're thinking, well, these people are on TV all the time. We got nothing going on out there. Surge is coming back up. Rain starts to come back through 8, 9, 10, 11. This is midnight or so. Some of those bands will be heavy at times. I-75 right there. Look at east of there. There's not much going on. There will be some waves coming through, but obviously the heaviest will be right along the coast. By midnight, it's just about due west of Pinellas County. Now, as we go out through 3:30, 4 in the morning, it's now to the northwest of Tampa. We still have rain bands coming in, but at this point, we've got westerly to southwesterly winds. That's our surge. We're talking online right now with somebody at Ari Olds Park in Oldsmar. I posted some video there on my Facebook page. It was up to the dock in this one spot, and they said they had about 2 or 3 foot pilings on top of that. Will it go over that? I think it does. And I think that will happen 3:30, 4:30, 5:30 in the morning tomorrow morning. There's landfall, 6:30, 7:30 in the morning, right? Highest surge will be right here. Wherever that ends up going, it'll be on the right side of the eye. But look how close Crystal River is to it. That's a lot of surge coming your direction. We think 7 to 11, which is good news. It's come down a foot or so, but there's going to be a lot of surge there. Winds will start to come down during the morning hours tomorrow. Rain will be tapering, but we'll still have a few scattered showers, and it will be breezy basically all day tomorrow, with less as we go through the afternoon hours. Here's the wind forecast. Again, midnight, 1 o'clock tonight. Look at the colors along the coast. Steady winds, 30s, gusts 40s, 50s, 60s. Early tomorrow morning, 3, 4, this 5, 6 in the morning. Steady winds, 30s and 40s, gusts 50s right along the immediate coast. The highest wind that we're going to see is going to be right here along our beaches going from Pinellas County all the way up.